Anyway, so I'm gonna remake my video, bro. And I'm gonna tell you before I start because I literally just posted a video on Facebook, and as soon as I posted my video, I told y'all they trying to shut me up, they trying to make me be quiet. As soon as I posted the video, they went and deleted my goddamn video, deleted it off my phone, deleted every goddamn thing. So therefore, I had to throw this phone away and get me a new phone to get these retarded motherfuckers out of my phone. Okay. And that really pisses me off. All right, but I'm gonna show y'all. I'm gonna teach y'all law art, so y'all understand what the fuck law art is, what smart communication is. Let's say I said something like, "What are walnuts? Why do they call walnuts walnuts? Those are law knots." Okay. So I went and ordered my driver's license because I drive a truck, and when I got out of prison, they took my CDLs from me, and I had to go and order me a new CDL from the DMV. Well, all right. So what is law art? Anything outside of what something literally says or literally means. Anything outside of the literal understanding is smart communication and law art. Okay. So, all right. So I'm gonna give you a good example. One good example of some law art is penology. What is penology? Penology is having knowledge of pens. Okay, what are pens? Pens are diabetic needles that are used to inject hormones and methamphetamine. Okay, I'll give you a good example of law art. All right, so instead of me telling you that I was a working IC and that I worked for the police, I could tell you that I was a diabetic. Okay, now, if you had any type of knowledge of law art or smart communication or anything, or you went to law school or anything like that, just by me telling you that I was a diabetic, you would know that I was a working IC. Okay? Now, what if I said that I had diabetes? Well, wait a minute now. Having diabetes and being a diabetic are two different things when it comes to law art and smart communication. See, you see the IC and diabetic, that means you are a IC, okay? Now, what is a B? What is a B? A B has blue eyes. You see my eyes? That makes, these are legitimate blue eyes. I was born with these blue eyes, okay? So anybody that has blue eyes are a B if they're legitimate blue eyes. Now, granted, they have eye fillers and contacts and different things that you can inject in your eye and stuff like that. That changes your eye color. Okay, so a lot of people nowadays that have blue eyes, they aren't really Bs. Those are what you call B models. They are acting like a B, even though they aren't a B. They literally belong to fucking hell. Okay, they aren't real Bs. Okay, real Bs belong to heaven, and they have blue eyes. Okay, don't ever be deceived. Okay, now, with that said, let's say you met me on the streets and I said, "Hey, bro, for whatever fucking reason, whatever we was talking about, I told you I'm a diabetic." You see that IC in there? Now, if you had any type of law knowledge at all, you would know that I'm telling you I'm a fucking working IC. Okay? A diabetic. Okay? And what this is literature. Okay? Everything is fucking literature. There are so many forms of literature. You have penology, you have correspondence. You know what it means to correspond? Okay, let's say I wanted to tell you that I was a working IC without telling you I'm a fucking working IC. Okay, maybe I could correspond with you. Okay, basically ICs use correspondence to communicate who they are and what they are. And you wouldn't have any knowledge of correspondence if you wasn't a working IC. 90% of the fucking time, unless you're just a smart ass motherfucker like me who went to prison for 2 years and done nothing but study goddamn literature. That's all I done for 2 years straight is study fucking literature. There's no fucking fooling me, bro. From the nays to the goddamn if, ands, and buts and goddamn icks and ticks and goddamn nicks, motherfucker, you can't fool me. Okay? Now, with that said, let's say I wanted to correspond with you so that you would know that I was a working IC without me telling you that. I could flag. There's a lot of things that I could do, or we could correspond. Correspondence, in short, is using a bunch of words that have OR in it. For, more, whore, chore, fucking anything with OR in it. Okay? Every goddamn word that I use or every other word that I use is going to have that in there. I went to the store for a reason, and, moreover, they didn't have any fucking thing that I needed, so therefore, I fucking went home. And when I got home, there were 4 motherfuckers standing in my goddamn yard wanting fucking more. And I told them I didn't have no more. Therefore, them motherfuckers left. That's correspondence, okay? It sounds stupid, but you would know then this nigga is corresponding with me. So he clearly is an IC, a working IC, okay? That's correspondence. That's what correspondence is. But there are many forms of literature. The fucking nays use ands. And ands, okay? So when they communicate, everything is and then, and then. And what that does is lets the other individual know, okay, this is a fucking nay, okay? This is my friend. We're the same. You know what I'm saying? Without this motherfucker coming out and saying, hey, I went through a fucking sex change. You think that I'm a female, but really I'm a fucking man. I just look like a female. I went through regeneration. I've been regened, right? So instead of saying that, you can just goddamn correspond with each other with the ands and shit like that, and they know, okay, this motherfucker's an and, okay? But there's so many types of literature, like penology. What is penology? Okay, penology is fucking every goddamn thing is about pens, okay? Instead of saying, can I have a pen to shoot methamphetamine with? You can say, hey, I need an ibuprofen. Spell ibuprofen. I-B-O-R. But at the end, it's P-H-E-N. What does that say? Pen. Okay? So in place of saying you need a pen to shoot dope, you can ask for ibuprofen. Or maybe you can ask for a pencil. You see the word pen in pencil? Okay? Or maybe you can just ask for an ink pen and make it out like you're wanting to write something. But instead of saying, can I have a fucking needle to shoot dope with? You say, may I have a pencil? Or may I have a pen? Okay? Or fucking... Any word that has the letters P-E-N or P-I-N or P-H-E-N or anything that remotely sounds like pen can be used in place of asking directly for a fucking pen. Okay? How law art works is this. They hate real people. You see how I'm really explaining this to you right now? That means that's because I'm real. Right? Okay, I'm real as fuck. Okay? It is a sin in the goddamn circle community. Shall I use the word circle? And it has C-I in it. Okay? That's how these working CIs communicate with each other. You ever heard that song, Keep the Squares Out Your Circle? He's letting you know that he's a fucking IC just by saying that. A circle. C-I-R-C-L-E. Okay? That means they are working fucking ICs. Okay? It's simple. Very fucking simple. Anyway. So, they hate the real. They can't stand the fucking real. And the reason being is because what they do is illegal. It's very fucking illegal. They're murdering people. These motherfuckers are trained to murder people by way of feeding them and injecting them with hormones and different things like that to fucking kill men. You know that no kings movement that's going on? That's real. What does it mean to not have no kings? What does it mean, no kings? A king is a fucking man. These motherfuckers are protesting right now to kill all real men. Yeah, that's what no kings means, okay? That no kings movement is real, but it's going on inside of the jails and prisons as well. They are entrapping real men such as myself and waging war against them. Okay, understand this. Inside these jails and prisons, there are no legitimate men. They are all nays. Okay? They have all went through the process of regeneration from man to woman, from black to white, so on and so forth. Okay? I'm a white man, but they can take DNA from a black man and inject this man's DNA to me over a period of a week or 2 weeks, and my skin will turn brown, and I will turn into a black man. Okay? Or a black woman. Okay? And they've been doing this. This shit's new to me. I just learned this over the past 2 years. Okay? But they've been doing this for a long motherfucking time. And they force these working ICs to live a double life. Okay? In the event that you tell them, no, I ain't fucking doing that. I'm proud to be a man. I'm proud to be a white man. I'm going to stay a man, a white man, or a white woman, or a black man. If you're proud of who you are and you choose to stay who you are, they are going to wage war on you. And they're going to feed you soft trades. They're gonna gas you to sleep inside of these fucking cells, and they're gonna have these working ICs stick you with fucking hormones like estrogen and stuff like that to make you weak, and then they're gonna attack you, and they're gonna beat you, and they're gonna do everything within their power to murder you. Okay, all of these cells and stuff in these jails and prisons are designed, and they are set up with features, voice activated features that these ICs are trained to use. Okay, so they could say things like, for example, they could talk about smoking a cigarette. They could talk about smoking weed. They could talk, and all of this could be changed from day to day. Okay, but what that does is trigger these sensors and stuff inside these cells, where these motherfuckers release gases into the cell that put you to sleep. I mean, you'll be sitting there just talking, carrying on a good time. All of a sudden, you're like, God damn, I'm about to go to sleep. But they're designed that way. Now you got to understand that World War II was fought for this kind of thing. Did you know that they murdered or tried to kill Adolf Hitler for gassing the Jews? For gassing them, putting them in vans and running goddamn carbon monoxide up into the vans and killing them, gassing them. But right now in jails and prisons across this country, it ain't just in jails and prisons, it's everywhere. They can gas you. The police have trained these nays and these ICs to use these weapons to gas you. They can put you to fucking sleep inside of a cell, bro. Inside of a fucking cell. Put your ass to bed and stick you with any goddamn thing they want to. Oh yeah, that's what's going on inside these jails and prisons. It will blow your fucking mind when you see what these nasty motherfuckers are really goddamn doing. All right, I said that to say, if there's 3 people in a goddamn cell, how is it everybody don't get sleepy and go to sleep? Because they are, here we're going back to penology, okay? Didn't I just tell y'all that they're giving these motherfuckers pins and needles to shoot methamphetamine with? Okay, when I left and went to Kirkland R&E, in Spartanburg, you had to get on the kiosk and order something like ibuprofen or something like that, or chocolate. They changed it to chocolate because I started figuring out what the fuck they were doing. So these motherfuckers could sit around with their hands on their face, or there's different little motions and things that they could do in Spartanburg to let the COs know that they needed a pen. And the COs would walk around and goddamn slip them a pen to shoot fucking methamphetamine with. Okay? This is simply penology. All right, now, when I got to Kirkland, when you first get to Kirkland, the first thing you're going to notice is a big-ass triangle on the wall with a big-ass brown eye in it. And it says, "We act here, no exceptions." We act. It's a fucking act. It's fake. Okay? There's a big-ass triangle. Oh my God, if I would have had my fucking phone so I can record and show y'all this. Big old triangle. The eye. Big old brown eye. And it said, "We act here. No exceptions." No fucking exceptions. Okay. When you get over into the evaluation and diagnostic fucking, I was in F3. What was I at? F3-2A or some bullshit. Anyway, but when you get over there in there, they're gonna have they got a big fucking push pin fucking I guess workboard or whatever you want to call it, but it's got a bunch of stuff stuck to it and stuff like that you can read. And on there, it has penology. And it tells you how to go about ordering a pen. And what you do in Kirkland is you go to the motherfucking telephone and you punch in pound 21. And when you punch in pound 21, you stand there and act like you're talking to somebody. You've done enough. All you got to do is punch in pound 21 and hang up, and they're going to bring you a goddamn pen. But what you do is stand there and act like you're talking to somebody about something totally goddamn different, and then you play it off, okay? And then you hang up the phone and you go back to your cell, and within 10 or 15 minutes, a CO will come over there and bring you a fucking pen if you're in, okay? If you're a working IC and they know that, they'll come over there and bring you a pen to shoot fucking methamphetamine with, okay? This is called penology, okay? Understand that. And like I told you, all penology is a form of literature. Basically, every goddamn thing that's coming out of your mouth, even though it don't sound like it, is about a pen or about methamphetamine, okay? I got a Bible back here. Everything in this Bible is about methamphetamine. Okay? But it doesn't say methamphetamine. It's called things like hope, grace, peace. The Bible literally lets you know up front, this Bible is written in clear English. Clear English. What is clear English? What is clear? Clear is methamphetamine. Okay? For example, I had a clear Quran. Quran. Quran, excuse me. Not Quran, Koran, and there is a difference. Rain. Okay? That's the range version of the Quran. The real Quran is Koran. Okay? There is a fucking difference. And like I said, this is literature. I've done nothing but study literature for 2 years straight. I wouldn't tell you no fucking lie. I know literature like the back of my hand. I'm talking about the if, ands, and buts, the goddamn everything. I know every goddamn thing. The nicks, the ticks, the goddamn shits, whatever. I know every goddamn thing. You can't fool me with literature. I'm a poetic motherfucking monster. And I don't play no games. But anyway, all penology is a form of literature. That's all it is. But it's all about needles for injecting methamphetamine. Okay? And like I said, once you get to jail and prison, the first thing you're going to find out is every goddamn thing is about methamphetamine. Everything. Every fucking thing is about methamphetamine. The only desirable thing that law enforcement has that everybody wants, that they can control everybody with, is methamphetamine. Methamphetamine isn't even against the law. It's freely given to all working ICs and all nays. If you have went through the process of regeneration from man to woman, from black to white, vice versa, methamphetamine is freely given to you. If the police catch you with it in your car, you won't go to jail. You're good. But if you are a legitimate man and they catch you with methamphetamine, they're going to lock you up and charge you with motherfucking trafficking or possession of methamphetamine. And they're going to 22 your ass. What does it mean to be 22? To be 22 means they make every goddamn thing that's going on real as fuck. Real as a motherfucker. Okay? And they fuck you. What everybody else is getting away with, they charge you with because you're a real man. Now I'm going to teach y'all a little bit of hermeneutics. Okay? And what hermeneutics is a form of literature. Okay? Basically, everything you're reading is about hims and hers and mans and so on and so forth. Okay? And men can be spelled M-N, M-I-N, M-E-N, M-A-N, man. Okay? And these are smaller words inside of larger words. Okay? Let's say, I'll give you a good example. Man, there's so much. Here we go. Hermeneutics. What does that say? That's what you got to look for. Because they're killing kings. Remember, they're murdering kings. What does that say? Kosher. Kosher. For women. They're killing men. This is called, the method of study here, or the literature used here, is a form of hermeneutics. You see how that says kosher? Okay. So if you was in the store and you was looking for something to buy and you didn't want to fucking die, or you didn't want to buy something that was going to kill you, right now with everything that is going on, you would buy something that probably is for a woman, right? Kosher. Okay. Now, 85% of the food in these stores revolves around hermeneutics, the method of study, or the method, the form of literature that's used in 85% of the things in the store is going to be a form of hermeneutics. Okay, that's just a form of literature. There are many forms of literature. There's a lot of goddamn literature out there. You got penology, you got hermeneutics, you got, man, fuck, there's a lot. All right, now I got books back here on all that shit that I'm going to show y'all later on tonight. But I'm so mad right now because they just deleted my other goddamn video that I made to put on Facebook because they're trying to shut me up. They don't want me to show y'all this, okay? But you got to understand my frustration, okay? Now look at my driver's license. I just got my driver's license the police thought that they were going to fuck me. Okay. Now this is law art. This is law art at its finest. On my driver's license here, okay, it says Class A, Tyler Dean Taylor, 1659 Macon Road, which is my aunt's address. That's the address that I use. And if you look a little bit closer, it says, oh, I'm so pissed right now. And I can't turn my camera around. All right, well, what I will do, because it's not going to zoom in on it, what I will do is I will take a picture of it with my back camera, and I'll just post it on my fucking Facebook so y'all can see it. Anyway, so you know that I'm telling you the fucking truth. All right, so the number 12, all right, the police have a few numbers. They have 40, 911, 50, 12, 44. There's a lot of, there's some numbers that revolve around police, okay? If you see these numbers, then you know it's going to be something to do with law enforcement, right? Right. Okay, now they could change all this, and they're going to, because I'm exposing them. They're going, don't ever let them, don't ever assume that they may get ahead of me or they may be one step in front of me, because they never will. Anything they can do, I've already thought of. And like I just told you, they will change all this because I'm sharing it with y'all, okay? They're going, everything that I share with y'all, they change. Well, he knows this, we're changing it. He knows that, we're changing it. Everything that I know, they try to make me unknow, and just know that they will never be ahead of me, and they will never outsmart me, and they will never do a goddamn thing but lose, because I'm not, they done pissed me off now. All right, here we go. Now, on my driver's license, it says 12, rest A. Okay, it has a capital A at the end of 12 rest. Okay, so you see the number 12, you know that's going to be for law enforcement to look at, right? Now, you take that A that's in at the end of rest, and you put it in front of rest, and that says arrest on it. This is law art. This is law art at its finest. Okay, so basically they put the number 12 on my driver's license, and it says arrest. So, well, if you ain't done nothing wrong, how can you get arrested? I'm going to explain to you how this affects me, okay? It literally says arrest on my driver's license, okay? Now, how the fuck does this affect me, okay? Let's say I went inside Walmart or somewhere like that and I stole something, which I ain't going to do that. But if I did, okay, and let's say it was under $10. It was like fucking a pack of bubble gum, a Coca-Cola, and a bag of chips. I stole it, right? Well, they caught me. They called the police. Okay, the police gets out there where he could use his discretion and say, okay, look, man, we know you stole this. You know, you got some money on you? Oh, yeah, I got some money. You go back in and pay for it, and we'll let this go, and we'll let you go on your way. Okay. By the way, do you have ID on you? Yeah, I got some ID on me. Then they grab my goddamn ID, and they see that it clearly goddamn states on my driver's license, arrest. What the fuck you think they gonna do? Oh, now, I'm going to go a little bit further with you. Not only does it say arrest, it says 9A end N, okay? And then below that it says 4A ISS. ISS is issue. It says 4A issue 10/21/2025. Now, literally, they're going to tell you that that's the issue date. They're going to say, no, ISS means issue date 10/21/25. My license were issued on 10/23. I didn't even go to the fucking DMV till the 23rd. So there's no way that my issue date was 10/21. So this is law art. This is what law art is. Okay. So what that is saying is that arrest him for a issue that occurred on 10/21. I hadn't done anything on fucking 10/21. But they have to have a reason, and they're making up a fucking lie so that they can put that on my motherfucking driver's license. Okay? That's called law art. It literally says arrest. I wish y'all could see it. It literally says arrest, the number 4 with an A, and it says ISS 10/21/25. It says for issue that occurred on 10/21/25. This is law art. Literally. So when a cop look, any trained IC or any motherfucking trained officer of the law, when he looks at that, he's going to notice right away that it says arrest this motherfucker. So where they could have used their discretion and let me go, Now I'm going to fucking jail because these motherfuckers thought they were so goddamn slick that they can put arrest on my driver's license and I would never fucking see it. This is a ticket to jail. My CDL right here is a first class goddamn ticket to jail. Tonight, tomorrow, I'm going to Walmart. It is now my goal to expose all law art. Any law art. You know what they call Walmart? Walmart? That's law art, my friend. Law art. That whole fucking place is nothing but law art. It's everything is fucking law art. And I'm going to go in there and show you guys. I am going to expose the police in every way, shape, fashion, or form. It is my goal to make sure that every fucking cop in this country is fired. Fired. Because they all, every one of them, are a part of this. They're all enforcing this. Do you know how dangerous regeneration is? Do you know that there are murderers that go to prison and they get there and they get the program out? What is programs? Y'all don't know what programs is? When you program out of jail, they regenerate you. They change your identity. They change you from male to female, from black to white, vice versa, and let you leave prison with a new identity. All you have to do is go out here and work. I got a book up here I'm going to read to y'all tonight, and I'm going to show y'all where it says that the only way you can be released from prison is by the grace of God. Do you know what grace is? Grace is methamphetamine. What does that mean? The only way I can be released is by the grace of God. That means you're going to go out and sell fucking dope, my friend. The only way your ass is leaving is if you go out here and you sell methamphetamine. That's what grace is. So basically it's saying you're going to work. You're going to fucking work. We're going to release you and you're going to go out here by the grace of God and work. Grace is methamphetamine, and I got a Bible up there that proves it. I can show y'all that they use words, all this is goddamn literature. They use words like grace, hope, peace, so on and so forth to take the place of methamphetamine. You ever seen a motherfucker with a tattoo that says saved by grace? Or I still have hope? Or hope is dope. Okay? All this shit's low. But anyway, I love you guys. I'm gonna take a good picture of them driver license and put it on Facebook so y'all can see it, so the world can see that I'm not lying to you. Okay, I don't lie. I don't have no lies to tell. And you know what? I was going to give them motherfuckers the benefit of the doubt. Now I'm going to destroy law enforcement. Law enforcement is fucking done. I will expose every little fucking secret they have, bro. And I won't stop until they are wiped off the face of the fucking earth. They will have to call in the National Guard and issue martial law to control the fucking streets, bro. I promise you, I won't stop until there's no more fucking art left in this world. I hate all art. Any AI, any smart communication, any form of law art, I'm exposing it all, bro. I'm not playing no more games with these people, bro. I was going to give them the benefit of the doubt, but that's dead. Like they say in Spartanburg, that shit dead, Brett. I love you guys.